You know, a bird flew into my house the other day.
Really? Inside?
Yeah, just briefly, just for a moment.
Oh, and then it like left?
Yeah.
That's cool. You
Kind of
didn't
like
have
landed on Luna's pen.
Oh, you didn't have to wrangle it?
No, I thought it was going to be a lot more chaotic than it was.
I'm hearing some tweeting right now.
I know. That's what made me think of it. I'm like,
it's interesting. Yeah. Is there another bird in here?
Probably not. I think it's just probably outside.
Next scene, it's a bat.
Fuck, can you imagine if a bat busted in here? That would suck.
If it busted in here? If it was strong enough to bust in here, yeah, I'd be pretty afraid. What if it was the bat, though?
The Batman?
The bat, yeah.
Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, he heard you were illegally downloading his movie.
I told you that in confidence.
He heard that you well, you already went and saw it.
Yeah, I paid my $10. It was only $10.
And honestly,
it's like that St. Louis price, dude.
Well, it was a matinee, I think.
Oh,
it was before. It was like
it's IMAX, and it was only $10.
Well,
in fucking LA, you'd be paying $22.99.
It was at like $3.20. So
yeah, we had some bait happen to us.
Really though, we paid $50 to see it.
Yeah, well, you paid.
Yeah, total. Not including snacks and various accoutrements.
I got the bat bucket.
You did, yeah. Where is it?
It's right there. I washed it out.
Oh shit!
I don't really know what I'm gonna put in it.
Well, you know,
it's probably gonna be worth something in a few years.
One day, you know,
instead
of yeah, you'll be able to make back that $15 that you spent on it.
It was pretty expensive.
$15.
That was really good popcorn, though. Definitely really good.
It has nothing to do with the bucket.
Yeah, Mason didn't have a single thing. He didn't have a bite to eat the entire time.
No, yeah, I wasn't hungry.
I can't go to the theater and not get a big old bucket of popcorn.
I feel you.
That's just part of the experience for me.
I understand.
And a slushie and an icy and some candy.
Like, where else do they have ices? Do they still have them at Target? Or do they have some other
they sell ices? Oh, you mean at the front? Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you think I was talking?
Like
about?
I don't know, like in the grocery section,
the maternity clothing section.
Like
no, in the grocery section,
like just like ices, like
ready
made.
Yeah. Like it's already settled.
That'd be retarded.
It's already settled, you know. Like the flavors all at the bottom. The top is like basically white.
People still buy
it.
You know,
the top's basically white because really the whole thing with those is you have to keep them moving.
Yeah, that's true. We should get an icing machine for down here.
That would be good.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
It'd be bad for.
I wonder
bad for us.
How much those cost. They're probably not cheap.
They're
probably breaking down all the time too.
You gotta get it serviced every once in a while.
And the guy's hot, so you don't want him around your wife. He comes in here. It's like a cold day, yet he comes in and he's like kind of like there's like steam kind of coming off his body.
Wow.
He's like doesn't have like much of a shirt on. It's like one of those wife beaters where it's like you can just see everything.
I guess hot guys got to make money somehow.
You can just see everything. Wow. You know, and he
went to trade school for this.
He's ripped. I mean, like he's got a fucking like 8-pack.
He went to ITT Tech
and like huge head of hair. Like he's
wow.
Yeah, this guy.
That's cool though, because I know my wife loves me, so I'm
I'm
not intimidated.
No, yeah, but then he starts hitting on you. And that's why you don't want your wife around him, because he's gonna hit on you. He's gonna make her jealous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, if anyone's gonna sleep with him, it'd probably be more likely to be me.
Right.
Because I'm secretly gay.
Right, and that's the crux of the matter.
Shh.
So, to backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
We were going to see Batman on Tuesday, March the 2nd.
Yeah.
Or was that March the 1st? No, that's March the 1st, because the second was.
It was a Thursday.
The second was Wednesday. The third was a Thursday. Wait.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So on the 1st, I was on our local movie theater's website, and somehow they bamboozled me. We got to the theater, we had our ticket, QR code. We showed it to the guy. He said,
really messed up.
He said, go on in. Go on in.
Yeah.
You're all good.
He didn't even scan it.
Bait. Yeah, he didn't even scan it.
Yeah.
He just looked at it. He said, "Oh, you're in the IMAX theater, boys. Enjoy your show." Forrest got his fucking popcorn. They didn't have the Batman bucket then, so I guess that's another plus.
Yeah.
He got his popcorn. He got his icy, and sure enough, we go into the theater and there's people sitting in the seats that we thought we had, reserved.
That happens quite often.
H10 and H11.
Yeah.
Does it happen to you?
I mean, I think it happens.
It's never happened to me.
It's happened to me on multiple occasions where someone's just sitting in my seat and I'm like, this is assigned seating. Like, this is my seat. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they move. So that I thought that's how it would go down this time.
Right. But they're like, no, like we have the tickets that say these seats, and I'm thinking like, did they double sell these seats or something? Is the website just like going crazy, or are they in the wrong row? Are we in the wrong row? And we were in the H row, but a guy that's like sitting like in like the row above that, he's like, yeah, you're actually in the I don't know, whatever the fuck.
In the J row.
The J row, yeah. And I'm like,
no, we're not.
I'm like, well, I'm like thinking to myself, like, I'm pretty sure I can read the fucking letter on the carpet. It tells you what row you're in.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're like, okay, well, we'll just, figure this out with the management of the theater. We go out. There's like a guy, handing out like little.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, we'll figure this out.
We had such confidence at this point.
Yeah, I was fucked up. And this guy that had handed us our, free comic books upon entering the theater.
It was just the first issue of The Long Halloween with a different cover.
Yeah.
With like a the Batman cover.
Free 99 though. So, I'm like, yeah, there's people in our seats or whatever. And he gets the walkie-talkie out. It's like, shh, and I'm like looking at the fucking email that I have. And it's like, I'm like, wait a minute. This is not the fucking theater that it's supposed to be at.
So was it another Ronnie's?
There's only one Ronnie's, and that's where I really don't understand, because I checked out for Ronnie's. That's the name of the theater by our houses.
Yeah, if you ever want to hit us up, that's where we're at.
That's like the theater in St. Louis, in South County.
I actually did bump into a fan there once.
Nice, yeah.
And I took a picture with him. And
It's
had Noah do a little facelift on him.
It's a place of many peoples.
Yeah, no, it's a widely circulated
well traveled.
Yeah, definitely.
Well regarded, honestly.
Fucking Marcus.
It used to be a Warenberg theater, and they had a really nice thing before the movies. It would be like Warenberg Theaters.
Warenberg. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that's burned into my memory.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And now it's just like Marcus, and then Marcus Theaters. I guess Warenberg wasn't doing so hot, and Marcus Theaters they they bought them out or whatever.
Maybe they're doing really well, but Marcus was just like, I need to have my own theater.
I need to have those theaters.
Yeah. He basically bought every theater in St. Louis.
Well,
they're pretty much all Warenbergs, and now they're all Marcus.
Well, no, there's a good little bit of AMC. There's a good little bit of AMC.
Yeah, AMC's like the second.
There's like AMC.
Most populous one.
I think it's like kind of 50-50, honestly. There might actually be even more AMCs than Marcus.
No.
I think so.
I guess
he
maybe
bought,
in the wider St. Louis area.
They bought out Warenberg.
Yeah.
And now it's Marcus Theaters,
Warenberg is kaput.
Yeah, it was it was just called Ronnie's before, and now it's Ronnie's, Marcus 16 or whatever. So 2 first names. Yeah. I don't know about that.
Ronnie's is kind of like the best theater to go to around here.
Yeah, it's definitely the best theater that is like closer. The one
in terms of like presentation.
The one in Chesterfield is pretty good. I think the IMAX screen out there is actually like it might be like real IMAX.
We should go. We should go there
AMC.
next time to kind of compare and contrast.
It's all the way in fucking Chesterfield, bro.
Yeah, see, that's too far.
It's far. That's like a 40-minute round trip.
Oh shit.
20 minutes there,
Oh, that's not too bad.
20 minutes back. That's 40 minutes.
Yeah, I thought you meant 40 minutes there.
No, a 40-minute round trip.
Okay, that's not too bad.
I mean,
Ronnie's is like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, I mean, give you more time to talk about the movie. I mean, maybe I'm being a little bit optimistic with 20 minutes. It might be more like 25 or 30.
Yeah,
it depends on It depends on traffic. There's various factors that.
Let's go there next time. What's the next? Right. What's the next big?
The next big release
film coming out? The Batman 2.
Is it But it's a Pixar film, and it's about a young lady who turns into a red panda.
Oh, I'm not gonna go see that.
I don't think it's even in theaters.
Yeah, no, actually,
I think it's straight to
to
Disney Plus. Yeah.
I hear Channing Tatum's eyeing a role in the Batman 2. District Attorney Harvey Dent.
Oh,
at your service.
Oh boy, yeah. Like, what's coming out?
Yeah, nothing.
What's coming out?
Nothing.
Movies.
The guy who shot Dune, the cinematographer, is the same guy who shot Batman.
Really?
Yeah, same dude. And I was
He did a good job.
He did, yeah. I was reading about the process that he's been implementing. He did it on both Dune and the Batman, where he shoots it digitally, then he prints the digital footage onto 35 millimeter film, and scans that back in to the computer.
Oh, so you get the best of both worlds.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah, because I would have believed that the Batman and Dune were both shot on film if you had asked me. Like I wasn't sure, but
I think that
both beautiful looking movies.
I think that I just
cool process.
I would have assumed that they were shot digitally.
Most movies are these days.
Just because, even watching them though, just because of like, there's a certain indefinable quality that you get shooting on film, and those didn't like give me that feeling.
Oh really?
No.
Huh. Maybe you have a better sense of that than I do, because I wasn't sure.
Or maybe I would be, if you gave me like a double blind test, I would just get it wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought Dune definitely looked like it could have been shot on film.
Was Dunkirk shot on film?
Yeah.
Like
all Nolan movies are.
Yeah, it's just like, and like Tenet too. Like it's just like
it definitely
it's just more like
it definitely like crushes the blacks in a certain way. That is very saturated.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's why the Batman looks so dark.
Back to he did look dark.
Yeah, a lot of shadows. In
He could have been darker though, because
it could have been a little bit brighter. Because I feel like I don't know how it's gonna look on home video. Hopefully, it looks okay.
Yeah. The thing is about that IMAX
beautiful
screen
movie though
is they don't like turn off as many lights as I think they're supposed to.
Oh yeah, Mason was telling me about how when he saw Bond, they literally forgot to turn off the IMAX.
It was
signs on
bait
either
for
side
real because they turned them off. It turned off like when they're supposed to, but then they just like turn back on.
Oh really?
Yeah, I didn't mention that.
Did they fade in and fade out, or they just click on?
No, they were just like, I don't know.
That's so obnoxious.
It was so fucked up. I was like trying to like enjoy James Bond. I'm sitting in the theater literally by myself. We talked about this before. If you've been a steady listener of the podcast.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there trying to watch it, trying to enjoy it.
I've been listening.
Trying to enjoy it.
I listen to this podcast when I go work out.
These huge fucking IMAX signs. I know I'm in a fucking IMAX theater. You don't need to have these signs illuminated while I'm watching the film that I already paid a premium for.
It's kind of redundant.
It is, yeah.
They didn't really need them there.
It's goofy. Yeah, no, they don't, honestly.
I guess it's just to like promote the idea that you're at IMAX even more, really drive it home.
It's to really make you feel like even more maxed, you know? And just like that thing that they tell you like at the beginning of the whatever.
Yeah.
It's like IMAX is a standardized format. You will be blown away.
If you're starting to feel a little bit nauseous.
Right. Look away and wait for it to end.
It never ends.
It never ends. Ah! Yeah.
Make it stop.
Yeah, but like they take you to the hospital. You're still like fucking in it. Literally.
I'm sorry. He's irrevocably fucked.
Yeah.
Your husband, he's done.
There should be like a trigger warning. Like if you have post-traumatic stress disorder, looking away may not.
Yeah.
Cause the situation to
the
change.
confidence they have that it will go away.
It will go away.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to give you confidence.
Yeah, that's true.
Help instill that.
Like what pussies at an IMAX screen and they're like, I have to look away. I'm getting disoriented.
Right. Yeah. I mean, maybe like little kids. Maybe like little kids.
Maybe
a little kid shouldn't be watching that Batman movie though. I'll tell you what.
Definitely not.
Like stuff is intense for like kids.
Yeah.
So movies are intense, just period.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, the thing was that we actually ended up harassing people that were in the seats that they reserved because the Marcus website fucking bamboozled me.
Fucking Marcus, dude.
And somehow, even though I was on the site for our local theater, they sold me tickets for Richmond, Maine. And we were not going to... It was already 7 o'clock, which is when the movie started.
Yeah. There's literally a countdown on the screen. It was like 4 minutes.
Well, because there was no trailers.
Yeah.
We were talking about it beforehand, before walking into the theater, because we got there, and it was like getting pretty close to 7, and I'm like, all right, I wonder if they're going to have trailers, because we, got to get snacks and stuff.
Been waiting like 3.5 years for this movie.
Right. Literally. And, it ends up they didn't have trailers.
It's bait.
But there was a countdown, like a customized Batman countdown.
It was pretty cool looking.
It was.
I was ready.
Nice little touch for like the early release type of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess there was a couple of cold seats in Richmond, Maine.
So sad.
We weren't gonna make it there by the time.
It's like 7-hour drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah,
How funny would it have been if we had just drove?
That would have been stupid.
Just drive.
We definitely wouldn't have made it.
No, I mean like if it was the next day, like it was actually like a showing the next day, we just got in the car.
Just leave our families.
Yeah,
and
like
just fucking hit the road.
just call them. Like hey,
Mason and Forrest finally ran off together.
Well, it's like hey, you guys
can't
are
say we're surprised.
You guys are gonna have to hold down the fort for the next couple days. They could team up and.
I mean, yeah, they could. That'd be really inconsiderate.
No, it's not considerate. Yeah. Well, the thing is, the inconsideration.
The thing is, it's for the business. Okay.
Right. Yeah. It's for the pod.
It's for the pod.
Right.
It's for. I wrote a Batman, the Batman Lego short. I'm gonna produce it.
Nice.
It's funny.
Good.
I'm gonna have Alyssa play Catwoman. I'm gonna play the title character of the Batman.
Of Batman.
Yeah. So
Beautiful.
what'd you think of the movie? We finally got to see it on Thursday.
Well, so then we got we left the theater. We got tickets for a showing on Thursday, and we left the theater.
Yeah.
And got some dinner.
Yeah.
A funny little thing that happened at dinner though, and if anybody understands this, please chime in. So our hostess seated us. We're sitting there, waiting. We ordered our food from the waitress, and the hostess comes back. She's like, "Oh, do you guys need any drinks or anything to drink, or whatever?" And Forrest is like, "Yeah, could I get a cup of coffee?" He said it in a regular way, and she's like, she looked at him like he just like asked her to pull out her jugs or something. Mind you, this hostess is definitely not of age, and she's looking at Forrest and he just propositioned her. And she's like, do you really want a cup of coffee?
Yeah, she said it in such a weird way.
And Forrest is like, yeah, just like a cup of coffee, please. She's like, oh, okay.
She's like, really? You're not joking?
She's like, yeah, like what? What did she think?
I guess because it was late. I don't know.
Like hot coffee, that is like a
thing you drink at night.
No. That's that is something that refers to sexual.
I don't
engagement.
think I don't think
that's
what she was thinking about.
Well, I'd say based on how she looked
We're at a restaurant.
Based on how she looked at you, it really seemed like that's what she thought though. I don't know why. Is there something on TikTok or with the kids? Is there like a TikTok stunt or whatever where people go to places and
weird.
Ask for coffee?
Yeah.
You know how on TikTok they just fuck with people that work at places for
She asked me if I wanted anything.
Clout. She asked you if you wanted anything, and you told her yeah, I want some coffee, and she was like, she looked at you like.
Then she brought it and it was cold.
Right. So it wasn't even
literally cold coffee.
Yeah. So if anybody understands what happened there, are we just too old to understand?
No, I think she was just insane.
No, it's probably something to do with social media.
What do you think about this?
If I had to guess. Forrest about to show us something horrible.
Fine.
What is this?
I thought it'd be more fun. I don't know.
I can't
It was like
see
a Marvel movie with none of the comedy. I don't think I laughed.
What?
I don't think there was a single joke in the movie.
Who is this? Some moron?
Old man
Some
take? Maybe.
total
Maybe I'm
dumbass.
just an old fucking man.
Yeah,
Fabian,
I
think
love
about it.
the fact that there was not.
But even if it's not, even
a whole
if it's
bunch of
supposed to be
comedy.
like a brooding drama, like a detective story, I think they also did a bad job
Stop
at that.
this.
You know what I mean?
Stop subjecting us to this. Stop. Please, God, for the love
In
of
my
God.
mind, if you have what is supposed to be a great
Hey.
vigilante detective, Batman,
I'm gonna take
and
your
then
phone.
Hold on, hear
a
him out.
guy whose name is the Riddler, you should probably have what is a fun, not fun in a Sherlock Holmes or what's that one with Daniel Craig
What?
where he solves a mystery.
What? Talking about Knives Out?
I thought it'd be like that.
What?
What the fuck?
Knives Out. I thought it'd be like Knives Out, maybe.
What the fuck is going on here?
Like Sherlock, the BBC
Where did
series.
you come across
a little
this?
fun.
Twitter.
Another reason to get off Twitter. So, please, for the love of God, stop subjecting us to this.
Is it over?
It's over.
I think it's over.
It's over. So
he knows he fucked up.
we
The chat immediately turned on him. Bro, you're insane. Hold on though. This is
dude, stop.
This is the better take. Hold
There
on.
were only a couple good people in this movie.
You had Bruce Wayne, Batman, and you had Alfred. Those are the only two good white people.
What?
The rest of the three other major players that I would consider like overall like moral good people were, you had Jim Gordon, who's black in this.
Yeah.
You had Catwoman, who's not white in this, and then you had
What?
the mayor, who's a black woman. Again, very much on the nose for current day Hollywood. Did not like that. But
What?
Yeah, I mean, you
What
can't
take is that?
argue that Jim Gordon was white. That's true.
You can't argue that he was, but but there's he.
That was kind of fucking racist,
he
right?
doesn't. Yeah, it's not necessary that he is.
Like I got some strong like white supremacist vibes from that last one.
Definitely.
It's a weird video that you'd show me, Mason. You don't agree with that guy.
I did
do
not
you?
show you that. You pulled that up.
It's
Let's
fucking
not.
weird.
You found that on Twitter.
Some good takes though, right?
No, that was two bad.
So we
takes.
got two takes.
Two
now
ba-
we'll get Mason's take on the film.
two really terrible takes. I thoroughly enjoyed it. There's a lot to like.
Mm-hmm.
The
I feel like I haven't seen the movie until I've watched the Red Letter Media review though. Then I'll know how to feel.
Oh, fair. I think that
Hopefully they do one.
I think they did a great job with it. I appreciated that it wasn't funny.
Oh yeah,
I cannot stand the humor in these superhero movies.
it's the worst part of these movies.
Ha.
Yeah, like they
I
need
guess
to take it
kids-
more seriously.
I guess kids think that stuff is funny.
And the thing is, there were funny parts in the Batman. Like when Riddler said goodbye, I literally laughed out loud.
like
That was hilarious.
it was funny, but
He's
it
like,
wasn't a joke.
goodbye.
It was funny, but it wasn't a joke.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like it doesn't have to be such a joke. It can just be like humorous. or,
Right.
like,
It's
yeah.
like it's ridiculous.
It doesn't have to be like an on the nose.
It's like just he's just
punch
so
up line.
Right. He's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, he's
you know,
absurd.
that
And like even like shit Batman did, I was laughing at.
he's like hamming it up. The Riddler especially,
And
like
we
intentionally.
got the part. Oh, spoiler alert! I guess just going forward.
So yeah, if you don't want any
Spoilers.
spoilers, you probably
you
should.
should wait to listen to this episode.
You should probably. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple options here, or like a series of events to follow. Right. If you don't want spoilers, what you need to do is turn off this current podcast. However, there's another one that you can listen to that's also new. That's on our Patreon.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you go on there, you subscribe, right? If you're not already, and then you'll be able to hear us not spoil Batman, but still hear us, this week until you go and see the new Batman film, which you should. It's worth watching.
yeah, definitely.
IMAX if you can swing.
Definitely give us money for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, first give us money, then go see.
Don't
Batman.
forget about that.
Right.
Yeah, that's more important than seeing Batman. I saw one guy on Twitter. He was like, "Oh man, I see every Batman movie with my dad, and I don't see him until a couple weeks from now. Like this is a tradition that I'm not breaking." It's like, dude, you're a fucking pussy. Just go see the movie. You're literally gonna get spoiled. Like oh, your dad. You're gonna go see your dad in like 2 weeks. Like by that time, you're on Twitter. You're done, dude. You're spoiled.
You're gonna have to either not be on Twitter for a couple weeks.
Impossible.
Oh, it's possible.
not for people on Twitter. You don't understand.
I understand.
I literally from the time that we didn't get to see it on Thursday to
on Tuesday.
on Monday to
Tuesday.
Thursday.
It was Tuesday.
Whatever. Yeah, the time frame that we didn't get to see it until we got to see
between
it.
Tuesday and Thursday.
I only got on Twitter 3 times.
Wow.
And I couldn't resist. I just had to check on the Ukraine see how they're doing.
You're probably fucking shaking, like you're stricken with the palsy.
I was like, what do I do when I have it's a little bit of downtime? Like
right.
Instagram might get spoilers on there too. You never know.
Instagram.
Less likely, but still, it's shaky.
Social media is so cringe unless it is.
And Mason has no social media. He's literally a ghost.
Unless it's driving people getting to our content. If it benefits us monetarily, then it's all right. But otherwise, it's just total cringe.
Everyone's cringe except for us.
No. It's not everybody else is cringe. It's just social media.
Everyone.
Everyone?
No one knows how to do it right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bold.
But that's why we're here. We're here to teach
Sure.
them.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair.
No one just has the sheer confidence and agility that we have.
Yeah, gumption.
Yeah.
And the ball size too.
No one will say the tough things that need to be said.
The tough things that need to be said.
Yeah. Jim Gordon, he wasn't white.
What kind of review is that?
There are only 2 good white people in the movie.
What kind of take is that? What in the
A
world?
racist one?
Like what in the world?
A one that
well,
is
it's
not
one
good?
it's one that's like really hoping to just like go to a movie and see like just white people like being portrayed positively.
Honestly, there were too many women in the film. I
What?
wish it was just all men.
What are you? Yeah. See,
Like, why do we need to have like
These-
people with breasts and vaginas in the film?
these takes,
That's gay.
they're spinning out of control. What?
That's
It's
stupid.
gay?
That's stupid and gay.
It's gay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I'm here for a good
This guy's got very
beat 'em up,
definitive. A good beat 'em up, huh?
smash 'em up.
Yeah, you're gonna go home.
I wanna
and-
see some
I bet you're gonna go home and beat 'em up
Hard
too.
masculine energy on the screen.
Okay.
I want it just oozing out of the screen, and I don't
Yeah,
want to see a
throbbing-
single female.
Throbbing right into your heart.
Yeah, that's just like ew. Like what's Batman gonna kiss her? Pussy.
So, the film itself.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
It starts off strong.
A round of applause.
Yeah.
Good job.
We didn't clap in the theater, although the other nerds in there did.
It was like not that packed, but the clapping was like it sounded like a packed theater. Like once people started clapping at the end.
Somebody, bless their hearts, somebody like brought their, like really really old grandma.
Oh, I don't think she was her grandma. I know who you're talking about.
You don't think it was
I
their
think
grandma?
that was like a mentally retarded person.
That's not the correct way to refer to them. No, I think it sounded
A
like
person with mental disabilities was
yeah,
in our theater.
It sounded like somebody with dementia.
And yeah, I felt like they were younger
I didn't get a good look.
because I kind of got a good look at them, and they were definitely younger.
The voice though was
Because
like
at first
an old voice.
I was like annoyed, and I was like, gonna say something to them, but then I realized like, oh, she's mentally like, not all there.
right.
So.
I mean, you would have to be.
But
to
it's like
be-
it's kind of annoying. Like don't bring someone like that to a theater.
they want to see the Batman, dude.
They want to see it. They can wait until it's out in video. Like that's why I don't bring
Oh.
my baby to the theater because I don't want the baby crying for everyone.
This person was quiet most of the time.
Most of the time.
They weren't yelling throughout the whole movie or anything.
They would like yell at the screen like random shit. Like
mostly the same words, like good night and stuff like that.
yeah.
It was not
And
it
then
wasn't the most
then
prime.
their guardian, their caretaker would be like shh
Right.
over
so
and over
I
again.
mean,
It's like instead of shhing her constantly, just don't bring her to the theater.
well, you can't. I'm assuming that they could not leave her at home.
just don't go to the theater.
But maybe this person loves Batman.
Then wait until it comes out in video. Don't subject everyone else
but
to
they
this.
know that it's out, and they did go to a
And they just
less
won't stop screaming until you bring it to the theater.
They did go to a less.
I highly
populated-
doubt it.
They did go to a less populated showing, so you're not gonna get everything you want.
Like, just don't bring people who yell at the screen to the theater. Babies or mentally handicapped people.
I mean, those people deserve to be able to see movies too. A baby's not watching the movie.
yeah, no, baby would be worse.
If I go to the theater,
'Cause then you're subjecting the baby to that.
if I go to the
It's, like,
theater,
scary for a baby.
I expect there to be some kind of non-optimal situation, just because like I'm out in public.
Yeah, it's true. There's always some kind of fucking problem.
It wasn't that bad. I was able to see past it, and I'm glad that they got to see the movie too.
Yeah,
you know?
once I realized like
Batman
halfway through
fans-
that she was like mentally disabled, I was like a lot more. I was like, oh, okay, she's just
Batman fans
doing her thing.
unite.
But before that, I was kind of pissed.
I'm in solidarity with them being at the theater. But it started off strong. They didn't bait you around, in terms of like, oh, like when are we gonna see him in his suit?
Oh yeah.
When are we
thank
gonna
God.
see Batman?
right
It was-
away?
It was he's like talking, immediately, and then almost.
I think voiceover. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
voiceover
narration. right
Yeah,
at the
and
beginning.
then like you see him,
That was cool.
pretty much, and he's like fighting, a bunch of fucking Joker heads or whatever.
bunch of thugs.
Bunch of thugs, yeah. I guess those are like Joker's like guys that are like, just kind of listless right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
he's locked up.
I kind of thought they would be like Joker guys.
He's
Yeah.
locked up.
They kind of look like Joker guys, but they could also just be another street gang too.
No, you think there's another street gang?
They didn't have like green hair and stuff. They just had like
That's
kind of skull like
that's-
vibes.
It wasn't skulls. It was.
It was like white
It was
face,
specifically Joker
but they didn't have
makeup.
like red lips or anything.
It was
It wasn't like it didn't give me clown vibes. It gave me more like Day of the Dead kind of vibes.
It was Joker makeup.
Hmm.
It was Joker makeup.
It could be.
It
It could be his vibe. It could not though.
I think that it's the
It's
vibe.
kind of up to the viewer.
I think that it's.
Matt Reeves.
It's a tie-in.
He agrees with me.
It's
He's
a
like,
tie-in
I
at
left
the
it.
end.
I left it, ambiguous.
Oh, shut up.
On purpose. Ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the word. Ambiguous on purpose. To kind of like
Oh.
let the viewer decide what they feel like.
Yeah. Literally,
he's on my side.
Literally, this guy over here has an idea. Yeah, the director, he's on my side. What the fuck? Well,
I've watched more
where the
interviews
fuck are
with him than
Where
you.
the fuck are you pulling that out of your ass?
He kind of looks like Jim Gordon. Matt Reeves. He looks more like Jim Gordon than any actor who's ever played Jim Gordon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure
Got a
those were Joker
mustache.
guys because like they're kind of just like trolling around the city, you know, like the Joker's not giving them instructions, and they're like inducting a new guy into their gang.
Yeah,
But maybe not. I don't, you know.
there were like stupid fan theories that guy was going to become the new Robin. They're like, that's the Robin right
That's
there.
the Robin right there.
Shut the fuck
fuck?
up. Just some random fucking
It's just
douche.
some random. It's just some random dude who's like got this far into gang life, and then it's like, oh wait, I don't want to like assault some random old man.
Yeah.
To get, you know.
I don't know if he was old. It's kind of harsh.
He's older.
He's like a middle-aged guy. He was like a 40-year-old Asian dude.
He was older.
I don't know if he was older.
He was older.
I guess anyone to us is old since we're so young and spry and youthful.
He was like a defenseless older guy.
He was just like, a typical random man.
A typical random man.
Yeah.
Fair.
A random Gothamite.
Fair. Random Gothamite.
Yeah.
And the movie continued on from there.
Mm-hmm.
The mystery.
I liked his spurs when he walks in. The sound effect of him walking, it's very reminiscent of like a cowboy in like an old western.
Right.
It's pretty cool. The sound design was incredible. I think aesthetically the movie was perfect.
Yeah, Batman wasn't wearing spurs, but it sounded like he had some kind of
They definitely incorporated like spurs. Like you can tell they recorded them and then added it to his walking, his gait.
One thing that was interesting was like anytime like a Joker riddle was
Joker riddle.
Sorry, a Riddler riddle was like came up.
Whenever a riddle was riddled.
Whenever one of those riddles like came up in the movie, Batman immediately knows the answer.
He's smart.
Yeah, but it wasn't drawn out at all. It's like he knows the answer to a riddle immediately.
The more complicated riddles were kind of like the things he had to do in order to like get to the realization of what the next clue was,
any kind
or
of
whatever.
like word puzzle.
Yeah, but the word puzzle ones, those are the cheap ones. Those are the freebies basically.
Right. Yeah, it was just funny how like they didn't string those along. But I guess you want to make him seem smart.
He's got ciphers and stuff. Riddler's got it took Alfred a few hot.
It took him like a couple minutes on the toilet.
Yeah, to like pull apart, and he's like, "What if we look at it this way?"
He did it. Alfred did it wrong though.
Yeah. Well, he got most of the way there, and then Batman kind of came in with like a different insight. I like that.
Well, it was kind of
they worked together.
It was kind of just like
that was good.
It was kind of just like Alfred, because Batman already had the part that actually ended up being relevant, and Alfred was like, "What if we, the cipher? If you just interpret from here or whatever." And then it's like, Batman already had the answers, like, from what he had figured out. Like, it wasn't, Alfred didn't, like...
So far, the sexiest Alfred put to screen.
Which is funny to say that's Andy Serkis.
Yeah. I've been rewatching...
the sexiest Alfred put to screen.
Yeah, put to film. Yeah, committed to film. Yeah. I've been
Really?
watching the Lord of the Rings movies. I just finished the last one last night.
Return of the King.
Return of the King. And... Yeah, Andy Serkis is in that movie.
He is.
And he plays the character Gollum.
Yeah.
And
departure from Alfred is quite the departure from that role.
Yeah. He really I feel like Gollum, he's a really like tragic character.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess so.
And
why?
also really like ugly too.
Why is he tragic?
Oh, just cuz like, he's like sad, like how he's like he got completely like fucking taken over by this ring. Like this ring, like, man.
Well, he killed his buddy. He killed his buddy for
I know, but the ring fucking made him do that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that he's doing better. He looks better in this movie. He kind of he's working for Batman.
He's not Gollum.
I mean, things turned around for him. He
hasn't been living under the Misty Mountains.
I'm just
for
trying to figure
out
how he survived that lava pit, the fires of Mount Doom. Like he went right in there.
Yeah. Well, I think that part might have been computer generated graphics.
What?
Yeah. I think that part might have been CGI.
He went right in there,
or maybe they had like a body double.
But he's like fine now, and he can talk and hang out with Batman and be his butler.
Right. It's amazing, like the glow up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's pretty sexy now.
He is. Yeah. He's like this. He is a sexy Alfred. I don't know if he's the sexiest Alfred ever.
Definitely.
But I guess it depends on what you're into. Some people are into old Englishmen.
Like, who is the sexier than this?
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine was old.
Carter.
He was old as shit.
Some people like that.
Not most people. Not me.
Some people like that. He's got the accent.
I mean,
he's
back in the day, yeah.
He's got the accent. He's got the wisdom.
He was like 95.
He's literally Michael Caine. Not the first one.
He was like 70,
he's still alive
70
now.
plus.
He's still alive now.
He's old now. If you look at him,
he is old now.
He was in Tenet. Old.
Yeah, he was old in that movie.
Yeah, definitely old.
Wow.
I can't believe he's still alive.
Life's
just not fair.
The miracle of modern science, I'm sure.
All these old white men get to live forever.
The thing.
Where were we?
I think that, one thing that I kind of thought was a little bit lacking was Selena Kyle's character. Her, because she wasn't really like.
She was in it a lot more than I expected.
Yeah, but I don't feel like they really. It's like, okay, her dad is Falcone.
Spoiler.
We already said spoilers.
I know, but it just feels bad to. I hope no one's fucking listening. To
I hope.
Without seeing
I hope. Well, here's the thing. Okay, here's
the thing. One of the major spoilers.
Here's the thing: is we went on for a minute about it being spoilers.
Yeah.
So,
no, I know. I'm just
at this point.
I know people. I know there's me one asshole who's gonna listen to this before they see the movie. And we just fucked it for them. But that's their own fault.
We're leaving them in their freedom. To spoil
some people
a
are
little bit
such
of the movie.
idiots. Though.
It's like, Falcone's her dad, but we didn't really see her burgling except for that one time, which I guess is enough. She didn't really even seem that good because Batman just dropped in behind her. It wasn't
she was focused.
It wasn't really.
She was doing a good job at it.
It wasn't really a very hard burgle. I don't feel like.
It was a crime scene.
It was a crime scene, and it's I don't know. It just didn't seem like that hard of a burgle. I just felt like she could have felt more powerful, more of a player, because it kind of just seemed like stuff was happening to her.
I think I liked it. I gotta see it again. Really, people say it gets better the second time. I liked it a lot the first time.
Yeah, I think
maybe I'll never watch it again. Maybe one time's enough.
It'll probably be a long time before I watch it again. I don't watch a lot of movies more than once.
Apparently, it's coming out in April. No, I'm definitely gonna watch it a ton.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. Yeah, I think she's the best Selena Kyle committed to film thus far. I'm excited for her to participate more in the sequel. Had a really good balance of masculine and feminine energy, which I wasn't expecting really. I feel like no other Batman movie's been like that. It's been a very dude fest, all the other Batman movies, and it was cool to have this I
feel like it
emphasis put on the feminine traits.
I feel like it would have had a better balance had she been more of a player, because she was in it, but like I said, I kind of felt like stuff was just happening to her.
No, she was pretty active.
What do you mean?
I liked how she didn't always listen to Batman. She had her own agenda that she was trying to solve the murder of her friend. I thought that was pretty compelling. She just seemed like a real actual character to me, not just Catwoman's always kind of just been this cliche femme fatale character. And I think they brought a lot of humanity to her.
Right.
And
I think
Zoe
that
Kravitz did a really good job.
I really think they should have given her a little bit more of a strength in situations, because even when she tries to murder her dad, he just overpowers her no problem.
And that's realistic, because he's a man.
I mean,
so I like that too. She wasn't this ultimate badass, but she was really good. I mean, she kicked a lot of ass.
She wasn't really good.
She kicked a lot of the thugs' ass. I think he just got the drop on her, really, honestly. But
no, he didn't. What are you talking about?
In terms of like she's more skilled of a fighter, but
He didn't get the
when
drop on
when he's
her.
on top of her, like in terms of like sheer like physical strength,
What are you talking
like
about?
yeah,
the
he's
drop?
gonna choke her out.
What are you talking about? The drop? I don't
like
understand.
like you know
She
he was
let
like
him-
hiding in the shadows, and he like cracked her with like the pool stick or whatever, and he's like, oh yeah, he was like the worst part of the movie. I feel like
Yeah.
out of all the casting, people were like, oh, he was perfect casting decision. I'm like, nah, literally anyone else
I
would've been
didn't. I didn't
better.
think that he was very good.
That guy just like he literally ruined his career when he did the Transformers movies, because I will never be able to see him or take him seriously ever again.
Right.
What's his name? John Turturro or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's like when you take that paycheck and you do a role like that, you have to realize like that you're literally ruining your career. And hopefully it was worth it for him.
I mean, it sounds like the only person who it ruined it for is you, because I mean, I think it, that
No,
affects
I
that affects my opinion of him too. I just don't think he was great for that role. He's not very menacing.
I said on Twitter, can't not see him as that guy from Transformers, and I got 83 likes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that people also have that
Look,
same
look,
thing.
this tweet says appreciation tweet for John Turturro as Catwoman and Falcone, and that got 25,000 likes. And I replied to that, and I said what I said, and then that got
Right.
83.
Okay.
And then someone posted a picture of him in
People don't necessarily
cleaning a bowling ball.
A like
in
doesn't
The Big Lebowski.
a like doesn't necessarily equal an agreement.
It's true. They might just be liking it, So
Maybe they thought it was funny.
to
You can. I mean, maybe they thought it was
fuck
funny.
with me later or something.
Well,
Like,
no,
I'm
I
gonna
mean-
fuck with this guy later, but not right now.
Maybe they just thought it was funny.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm pretty funny, so that's very possible. People are also complaining about Bruce Wayne not being a playboy in this one. They're like,
Well,
he doesn't have any suave playboy.
He's sad.
scenes.
He's sad Batman.
They're like, he's too sad. He's
angry.
Too,
He's angry Bat.
he's too one note. That's what they're saying. I'm saying, you know what? I have half a mind to fucking get a gun, go to these people's houses, and literally shoot them in their fucking head.
I mean, he was.
Anyone who gives the movie less than 8 out of 10, I feel like they should be targets.
He was kind of melancholy, angry, broody
That'll teach them to talk shit.
Bat. He was broody Bat pretty much the whole movie.
We'll do to these negative reviewers what the Riddler did to the mayor at the beginning,
Oh no.
but even worse.
Oh no.
Just for fucking talking shit, thinking they can get away with it. Then no one, because like anytime anyone criticizes this movie,
Right.
this is like not good, because then people will not want to make another one. We're under threat. We're under attack.
Some people don't take criticism that way.
No, it's fine. It's doing well. People are liking it. It's making good money at the box office. Everything's good.
He was angsty Bat though. Like he was pretty much angsty Bat the whole movie.
Yeah.
So I would have liked to see a little bit more dimensionality in his character, just a little bit.
I think they're saving that for the next one.
Which is what I was about to say is like, you're probably just going to get like one type of Batman per movie.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
We-
Hopefully
we-
they do make another one.
We go to their house. We can knock them out with a club.
What if they just don't make another one with Pattinson? What if he's like, yeah, I got other shit to do?
We'll hang him upside down. We bleed him slow. We let him know.
What are you
We let him know.
going to do to stop that?
We're doing this because of your review of the Batman.
What are you going to do to stop that?
To stop what?
If Pattinson's like, yeah, I'm good. I got other shit to do.
He already signed 3 pictures.
He already signed 3 pictures.
3-picture deal.
What if he's just like wants to get out of it?
he's into it.
I'm just asking you.
He's not going to do that.
What do you mean? You can't say
He signed a 3-picture deal.
You can't say I'm not like that hypothetical situation isn't going to exist because of X reality thing. I'm presenting you a fucking situation.
Oh, you're saying if this happened.
What do you mean? Yes.
Like this is like a kind of a thought experiment.
I'm
Because
just
this
saying,
would never happen.
what are you gonna do?
They're going to make a second one.
How are you gonna stop it? How
All
are you
right,
gonna stop him?
So you're saying like if something like like Robert Pattinson, he turned into
I already
like
asked
a Jehovah's Witness.
I already
and
asked
he
the
was like,
question.
I don't agree with this, this filmmaking anymore. Like it's against God or whatever or something, right?
No. Never mind. I don't know. It sounds like you don't really have any criticism.
0.
You have 0 criticism.
10 out of 10. I give it a full.
You give it a full 10 out of 10.
5 bats out of
There's
5.
nothing that could have been better.
I'm searching and struggling to come up with anything. Honestly, it was perfect.
It was perfect.
Like for me, I mean, I think as a movie, like, probably, if I'm being honest, like, as an actual film that, non-biasedly as I can be, probably like an 8 out of 10.
Right.
Maybe a 7 out of 10.
Right.
On a bad day.
But like, so there must be criticisms.
But for me personally, 10 out of 10 because I just enjoyed it so much, and I'd watch that thing any day of the week.
Right.
Any day, all day. It was epic, dude. It was exactly the kind of tone that I wanted.
I wouldn't really refer to it as an epic film.
It was super epic.
Why?
Like the way they showed Gotham was so cool. I've never seen it like done like that before in film, other than like the animated series and stuff, which is like a cartoon.
It was like well scaled. Epic though, that implies kind of a grand.
It was grand, yeah.
No, it wasn't.
It was, yeah, it was.
What? Why?
Like the way they.
In what sense?
Like the buildings were so cool. Like the architecture was so cool.
The buildings were buildings.
No, they were like special like Gothic buildings. You could tell.
They portrayed
the
Gotham.
Penthouse that like
they portrayed
that
Gotham.
Bruce lived in was all like super like fucking like epic goth,
It was
like Gothic.
Wayne Tower.
It was crazy, like absurd, like how. Yeah, no, it was like I feel like in the Nolan trilogy, it's just basically a city.
Okay.
Like I feel like there's actually more effort in Batman Begins to kind of establish like an identity for Gotham, like in the Narrows.
Yeah, there was.
There's like kind of slummy part, and a lot of that was like shot on a soundstage, and they like built a lot of that.
Right.
But then in the sequels,
like the rail.
In the Dark Knight, it was mostly just like Chicago, and then with a little bit of CGI thrown in some places with like the train, you know. But then like and then the Dark Knight Rises was basically Pittsburgh.
But the thing is, it wasn't an epic story.
But I'm talking about like aesthetically.
It was. That's not what you said.
For me, like the aesthetics play a huge role in like how much I like a movie.
But like you said,
the story is kind of like
it wasn't like an epic.
Take it or leave it.
It wasn't like an epic tale. What you bullshit? That's bait.
No, the story was good. I liked how Riddler was like an incel, and he had like this like online following.
Right.
He had a little
He's got
cult
other
going on,
like incel bros.
Yeah, that was cool. I thought that was like.
How did
fun.
they find him though?
Yeah. I was
That's a weird
wondering
question.
about that
It was
too.
also weird that he pretty
no
much
one
won.
snitched.
He pretty much won.
Yeah, I guess
he didn't lose.
he what his plan was like 80-90% of the way there. He pretty much got everything done he wanted to get done. But that's not really the point. The point is
like he flooded the whole city.
The Joker is coming again. We got a new Joker. That's the point.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll maintain the casting.
I think the real point of the movie is like, at the beginning of the movie, Batman, he doesn't feel like he's making a difference, and by the end of the movie he starts to see that like he is making a difference, and like that's pretty much his character arc.
Well,
they lay it out pretty clearly, and I like that. I like that he has to learn how he can be more than just like fear. Like he has to be like a symbol of hope for people.
Well, yeah, I think that
good simple like narrative.
I think that it's more like he was making he's like doesn't understand that he's like making a difference.
Yeah.
But then like he doesn't understand that he's making like the wrong difference for Gotham, because like he really inspired.
Yeah, right.
Like the Riddler and stuff is what So it's like he in that way, yeah, he realizes, okay, I need to be.
Pattinson's been talking about
more than vengeance.
He wants to do like Robin next movie. And he's like, but we got to do him as like a 13-year-old boy. Like, like he's got to be like young. Like, and like, it's like, he gets it, right? Pattinson like knows what he's talking about. And so does Matt Reeves. Like they both like understand the character so well. Like in the interviews I've heard from them.
Right.
Like they want to do like the Court of Owls, and they want to do like Mr. Freeze. And it sounds lit. I'm just totally here for it. Like that's why I can't really say anything negative about the film.
There's no way they could be improved.
Trying to think. I mean, I would say that maybe the runtime it was pretty long, and it didn't really need to be that long. Like not every scene felt like super critical.
Okay.
But at the same time, I was enjoying the hell out of it. I wish it was longer.
Right.
Because I'm just like a fucking Bat fanatic.
Right, because you like the Batman, right?
Yeah, like I'll take an extended edition.
Man,
that Lord of the Rings was like 4.5 hours. That last one.
Yeah, they really pack it in.
There's like scenes in there I don't even remember like ever happening.
Right.
I know I've watched these movies.
They really pack it in.
Yeah, they really do.
It's pretty significant.
It'd be cool if like Peter Jackson did a Batman movie. I feel like he'd do a good job.
Yeah, maybe.
I like his direction, his style. But yeah, Matt Reeves,
Oh.
he's apparently like a pretty like meticulous kind of director. Like for some of the takes, he did like 60 to 100 takes,
Right.
and yeah, he's like very particular, and like he's like telling the actors like how to breathe and shit. Like
Makes
Catwoman
sense.
was like, he was telling me like, or Zoe Kravitz, she was like, he was telling me like I had to like hold my mouth open for certain scenes and stuff. Like, and yeah, it kind of reminds me of like certain directors like David Fincher or like Steven Spielberg. Like they're like very particular.
Right. Very specific vision.
Yeah. Which is interesting. Yeah. The way I
fulfilling that vision.
The way I
specifically
typically think you should work with actors is like let the actor decide.
Right.
Like you should cast the actor and then you should like let the actor decide like what to do.
Right.
But yes, I guess some directors do have that like extremely specific vision, and yeah, it's cool that like that much attention to detail is being put into this film. You can tell like he's really passionate about it. Robert Pattinson's really passionate about the character, and yeah, I'm really excited for like this new era of Batman because like they're finally fucking getting it after all this time, after waiting. The Dark Knight Rises came out 10 years ago, dude. 10 fucking years. That's longer than Batman was in retirement. Between The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises.
Just wait until they start throwing him in the other DC movies, though.
Yeah, like apparently, originally when Matt Reeves was first working on it, it was going to be connected to the other DCU movies, and then he was like, actually, no, I don't want it to be like that, and the studio's like, okay, cool, like, yeah, just do your own thing or whatever. Because they're already letting Todd Phillips do their own thing with Joker.
We'll see.
And now a bunch of idiots on Twitter
we'll see how long that lasts.
are like, we should combine the Joaquin Phoenix Joker with this new Matt Reeves one. Because like they don't understand like.
We'll see how long it lasts.
Anything about film. It's so funny. Like people are so stupid. Like that. I'm so glad these people aren't in charge of like the Batman. That's what happens because most people don't know like what to do. And then,
right.
and then, like a lot of times, you that's how you get Zack Snyder put in charge of the DCU for 10 years. Basically we wasted 10 years. That's 10 years I'm never gonna get back. We could have been having good Batman movies for the past 10 years, but no, it's like you put the wrong guy at the wheel.
Imagine if the Ben Affleck Batman movie had gotten made.
I blame Ben and I blame Zack. I think the two of them really fucking shit the bed. Because if Ben hadn't drug his feet for years, we would have had a solo Batman movie much sooner, and at least we would have had something with Ben.
Well,
but Zack had the terrible vision.
But if that had gotten made, do you think they would have made this? I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, that's true. I'm glad. Yeah, I guess I'm glad the way it worked out.
They would have made it, and it would have been bad, by all accounts.
Yeah,
and reasoning.
This is such a cool take on the character. I love how like Nolan had his thing, but now it's like time for like something new. I was worried it would be too close to the Nolan movies, but it wasn't. It was very different. I felt like. Did you think it was different?
Yeah, it was very different
from the Nolan films.
Yeah, it was very different. It was
because they both have a kind of a serious take on it.
It was
but this is like more silly.
This is like more of a like serious movie, not serious like rules of reality.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So
I thought it was perfect.
I think the balance.
It was just right.
Yeah, it was well balanced in that sense. Certainly.
I guess if I could complain about something, I kind of thought his armor was kind of stupid, like how it just deflects all bullets. Like I don't know. I
sometimes it does. Other times like the force is like too much for me.
Yeah, it was kind of inconsistent. It was kind of like whatever the script needed it to be.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense he would have like bulletproof armor in some places, but it just kind of seemed like he was getting shot directly too much. Like I kind of wish he was a little more sneaky.
He wasn't very sneaky, but I guess maybe that's because he's just so mad.
He's mad, and
he's so angry.
Maybe the sneakiness comes in a little bit later. Like maybe he's more of a ninja in the next one, but he kind of just like walks into places.
Yeah, he wasn't really like. He
learns to be sneaky.
He didn't really give me that like I am the knight vibe at all.
Yeah.
Like at no point was I like, okay, Batman's like being,
I guess they did that on purpose.
He's like a master of subterfuge. I guess. I don't know.
We don't want to have a fully formed Batman in the first movie. I think they're playing the long game here, which is smart.
So you think that he wasn't trained like by ninjas?
I don't know like what his background is.
Because he's sneaky sometimes. It seems like he knows how to be sneaky. He's just like not.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. There could have been a little bit more of that. I feel like
The fight scenes though were really good. Like the choreography and the way it was shot, where he like held on the shots and he pulled
Right.
back. It was much better action than the Nolan films.
Yeah, no, the action was really well done. And
I feel
it
like the
felt,
set pieces could have been better, maybe. Like I feel like Nolan had really good set pieces.
right.
Like he would orchestrate
Gotham,
the action scene around something
like
really cool.
The thing is, like Gotham looked really good, but like the places that they spent most of their time were like just like interior places that weren't super compelling. Like the nightclub was cool.
Yeah, I like the
I would like
nightclub.
to see like more though. I don't know. It just
The vibes were really good.
the vibes were good. I just felt like they could have like punched up a little bit.
I loved how it was like it felt like the updated Batman for like my generation.
right.
Because I kind of felt like looking back on it now, like the Nolan Batman, the Christian Bale Batman, he's almost like he feels like my dad's Batman or something. Like Nolan just has this like British kind of like sensibilities to him, where he's very like old school and he's very like classical, which works definitely for the character. But it's kind of cool to see like a young like TikTok version of Batman. Like he's
A TikTok version.
He's kind of hip, like like Alfred's hip and like Jim Gordon's more hip. Like everyone's like more young, like young, like
Well,
they're not like this like classic like how we've always seen Batman.
They're
like they have like iPhones and they're like talking like
they're
more
relevant
like people.
They're relevant to like the day and time.
Yeah, like it's an updated like refresh on the whole like character for like my generation almost. It felt very like current, which I really enjoyed about it. I feel like, I think that's exciting too. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, it definitely felt like fresh and contemporary.
Yeah, that's the right word. Yeah, contemporary. Definitely like in the moment. Like the nightclub scene, like the music in there was like really good, really intense. Didn't seem like I feel like it was definitely better than like the Dark Knight nightclub scene.
Right.
Yeah, like it was just like the music was a lot more like driving and like, yeah, like they captured like the mob like party scene element like more realistically. Not that I like hang out in clubs where the mob hangs out, but I feel like it was more believable, like more like.
Yeah, it's more grounded.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was yeah. The tones were really good. The music was really good. I really liked the way it was edited. I loved everything about it. I was surprised, honestly. Like I was kind of going in like, prepared to maybe not like it a whole bunch. Like, I just wasn't sure from the trailers like what it was going to be like. So, and like I didn't want to get my expectations too high because I was so disappointed with like Zach's take on the whole thing, on the Snyder take on Batman. That really like left me like sore. So I was really like happily surprised that it was like this like thoughtful movie. I liked how Batman didn't talk that much, and I liked how he was mostly Batman in the movie. Like he wasn't Bruce Wayne that often. Whereas in the Nolan films, it kind of feels like flipped. Like he's mostly Bruce Wayne.
Right.
That was cool.
I felt like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I was going in not expecting much. But at the same time expecting for it to be good. Like, I kind of just had like that feeling of like this, they're going to do at least, the majority of it in like a way that's like reasonably, good. But I don't know, like it just left me feeling a little bit flat in terms of like the characters. I thought.
Do you like the Penguin? He's getting his own spin-off show.
Oh, what Colin Farrell?
Colin Farrell's coming to HBO Max.
Like as the Penguin?
As the Penguin,
Oh,
yeah.
That's funny.
His rise to power.
Interesting.
And then Jim Gordon's getting his own show apparently.
The same actor?
Yeah, and then Catwoman, they're talking about making a Catwoman show. It's like, slow down, guys. Too many shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like only one of those shows is going to actually happen.
Yeah,
But maybe they'll do every show ever.
I would have liked.
Every character gets a show.
I would have liked a little bit more. I don't know. I guess there was a decent amount of like Batman's character development, but it was kind of just like it was kind of just like he was like a certain way throughout the whole movie, and then like right at the end, like some guy was like, "No, I'm vengeance" or whatever, or like "I'm vengeance," and it's like, "Oh, okay, it clicks." I feel like that kind of could have been seeded a little bit better.
I think he is supposed to be one note. Batman's always been kind of a one note character. He's very like driven, and he doesn't really have like huge character arcs like typically.
Right, but what I'm saying is they gave him one in this movie, and it's one note.
I see the Batman movies as more like crime of the week kind of serials.
Right, but like they are including him as a character. Like he's not just like, I mean, even Sherlock Holmes is a character, with development. I mean,
sometimes I guess I feel like he's younger in this, and I feel like he like gained some maturity towards the end.
I feel like it all kind of happened immediately. Like what I'm saying is it should have been more like seeded throughout like his development, but it was kind of just like, I felt like, okay, we're at the end, this crazy dude like said the thing that he's saying, and like that made him think. Like I feel like he's a little bit more like self-aware than to just like have one guy say it to him and then it be it. I think it should have been a little bit more like somewhere else, that like kind of like some kind of middle ground.
Right.
Because it was just kind of like he is this way, and then right at the end he has this like realization.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to stop being Batman or anything.
No, it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's just like what you were saying though, of like he figured out, that he needs to be not not just fear or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was just like that kind of just like, I feel like that theme of like him figuring that out could have been stronger.
Yeah, I feel like he came to see like parallels between himself and the Riddler, and I felt like it was seeded, like that idea, but yeah, it's not super, for me it wasn't super important to like the overall like picture, like that he had this like giant like revelation or anything.
Well, but he did though.
It wasn't like that big though. It wasn't like
what?
It wasn't like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it was more like Catwoman's movie in a way, like in terms of like the character arcs. Like she had more of a character arc than he did.
What was her arc?
Her arc was like learning to like not be a killer,
but she
like
only,
learning to
she
choose
only
like
did
good.
That. She only did that because Batman was like, "Don't kill him." Like
yeah, well, she was more conflicted than he was, I think.
What do you mean?
She had more drama. I mean, she was literally like fighting her dad. Like it was like dramatic, like with her.
It wasn't that dramatic. Number one,
it was dramatic with him too, but like she had a lot to do, and like I think her character was like,
it wasn't that dramatic. Number one, because of
more at battle with herself,
because of the performance of the guy playing Falcone. Like
Falcone.
Is it Falcone or Falcone?
It depends on the movie. I forgot how they say it in this one.
They say it Falcone in this movie,
Falcone.
So it was like it wasn't the strongest performance, and he didn't seem that menacing. So like her back and
literally anyone else.
Her like back and forth with him didn't really feel that.
He was the weakest casting.
He's like choking her.
He was okay. He wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad.
I just kept thinking of him as
it just wasn't. It just wasn't
pissed on by Bumblebee.
It just wasn't a super strong performance, regardless of the other movies that he's been in.
Right.
I wasn't even thinking about that, but I was just thinking like, yeah, this is not the strongest performance. He didn't feel menacing, even when he was choking her. It didn't feel like that, cold, or it didn't feel like it should have, which is okay. But
I wanted it to feel like he was choking me.
I feel like
scene.
Yeah, it didn't,
and I didn't get that.
Yeah, and I feel like because of that, her like revelation, quote unquote, was not as strong as it could have been, because it wasn't like I didn't feel super afraid of him.
He was a real choker. He choked like 3 women in that movie.
Yeah.
He choked her mom to death. It sounded like.
And then implied, her friend.
And then her friend. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Just hearing that over the. Yeah, I like the way they used like technology in this film. Like it was. Yeah, it felt very contemporary, and like. Yeah, I like how like Riddler like live streamed everything and shit.
If he had felt more menacing, I feel like her story, like it would have felt like she had more of a journey.
How'd you feel about the Riddler?
Paul Dano. Yeah, Paul Dano did a good job.
Yeah, I thought he was excellent. I thought he was like hilarious, like the way he was like wrapped up in like saran wrap to like not leave any like evidence or whatever. So he just made him breathe really hard and shit. It was so funny. and like he's like really having fun with the role. Like, you know, not like Paul Dano, like literally like the Riddler, Edward Nashton or whatever. He's like having fun. Like you can tell he's like this like repressed guy, and he's like finally like coming out of his shell.
He's like cutting loose,
and he's a nerd, you know. And I thought he was excellent, and he was like scary, you know, like he had an intimidating like presence about him.
Yeah, he did a good job. I don't know if
Good take on the Riddler.
I didn't really feel like he was scary. I didn't really feel like he was scary. They could have played it up as him being like a little more like creepy and compulsive.
Pretty creepy.
Just a little bit. I mean, his mask was creepy, but like, and he was like really hamming it up, which was good. I just felt like they could have made him feel like a little more compulsive. So,
yeah, I liked how he was like doing all these like kind of jigsaw like fucked up like traps and shit. Like,
yeah, those were cool.
It was like a gnarly like darker take on the
I feel like they should have done one more though, because it was only like 2, right?
He did the first. What was the first one?
It was like the rats, or was the first one the collar?
He did the collar. He did the rats. He did
I feel
guess
like
those were the 2 like mechanisms he had.
I feel like what should have happened maybe is that like there should have been a third mechanism.
I guess his third mechanism was all the bombs. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's, you know, it doesn't.
Yeah,
really...
he had a lot of stuff going on.
He had a lot of stuff going on. I feel though that there should have been a third mechanism that like got put on the mayor somehow, like the new mayor.
That could have been good. Yeah.
And then like that would have made it feel like he was defeated. Like even though he flooded the city.
Yeah.
Like foiling that.
I was also kind of confused, I guess, because like he was like going after people who were corrupt, and then at the end it was just like, okay, let's just kill everybody. It doesn't matter if they're corrupt or not. So I don't know if it really fitted in his like MO.
Yeah, that like the way the movie kind of ended kind of felt a little bit detached from like what had been built up.
Yeah, I like the idea that he had all these like incels working for him. Like
that was good. Yeah, that was good. It was just like,
but like I didn't really know what their like ultimate goal was. I guess just to cause as much chaos as possible. But why not just like put a bomb inside the center?
Right.
Thing? I don't know. Like what's the point of like sniping everyone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that you know, yeah. So I think it should have been more like, yeah, he floods the city. He wins on that level. You know, he floods the city and it makes stuff happen, right? But then like, yeah, if there was like another device, right? You know, to really round that out as like a 3-peat.
Yeah.
On the new mayor, you know, Batman could have foiled that, or Selena Kyle, and then it would have been like he's defeated.
He's got like
because he won. Like
he's got like send a picture of his cock to the Riddler.
He kind of won, which makes it kind of feel like Batman didn't like get his like didn't like end his arc.
I love that scene where he like shoots himself up with adrenaline. That was great.
That was weird.
I love a good adrenaline shooting scene.
That was weird because it's like
yes, drugs.
It's like why
drugs are really
it's like
they really save the day every time.
It's like why would that like it's not like he was poisoned or something. He was just like kind of knocked out a little. Like he was right. He was like knocked out.
But adrenaline can like bring you back from crazy shit that can happen to you. Like you can get like shot and like fucked up really bad and be like unconscious,
why wasn't
basically.
his adrenaline like doing that already? Like his own adrenaline.
Because you don't have that much adrenaline naturally that goes into your body. Like if you inject yourself, it'll literally like bring you like back to life.
Nah.
Like that's like a real thing.
That was like my least favorite. Like one of his like.
That was cool. I like how didn't he have like a little like area for it, like already like he had, on his suit.
I don't know.
Like for it to go into.
I don't know.
It was like I think that's what that was. That was cool.
I don't know if he had like a port or not.
He had like a little port. Yeah, it was sick. Batman's a fucking pimp, dude.